being safety trained is not being job trained. It's not the same at all. And we absolutely do not do any compliance training. We don't train the men on the Code of Federal Regulations that they're supposed to be operating under. We don't even show them the book, you know. And it's like when you tell a guy, hey, look, you know, this is out of compliance, first thing they'll say is, well, show me. And it's like, well, you know, you're supposed to know this. And you've been doing it, you know, like this for how long? And we're going to get caught, and that's going to be a fine for how big, you know? And it's there's a big lack of compliance training, you know, in the offshore industry. I do not know why that is. That's you know, possibly they don't want you know the guys to report what they're seeing. If you know what you're doing and you know the laws, and all of a sudden you're breaking the laws, you know, you're gonna get a whole lot of complaints or files. And a lot of men are you know are in confusion, you know, about what the laws are. They know what the procedures are, but everyone offshore works on a accountability system of, this is the company rules, this is the industry rules, and this is the government rules. Well, that's completely wrong. It's completely flipped upside down. It's, you know, these are the United States laws. These are the industry best practices, and the company policies are at the bottom of that list. But if they treat it that way, they're gonna be out of a job quickly, you know. When I've reported oil spills, you know, one of the first things I've been asked is, well, why didn't you report it to us? And you know, it's, you know, I've taught, you know, the rules and regs for offshore, you know, and you know, I've explained to my superior as well, the laws of the United States of America say that I will report this to the regulatory agency because it's a regulatory problem and you have no say-so in it. So why do you want to know about it first? In our industry, whistleblowing is frowned upon. When you talk to the administrative branches of all of the companies, all companies and service companies, they will tell you a story of you know, how whistleblowing is an integral part of safety and compliance, and you know, they reward it, and you know, it's a good thing. It helps the company do good. And when whistleblowing goes out to the field, it is completely opposite. Okay, whistleblowing is not appreciated among coworkers. It's discouraged. It's threatened. It's you know, it's frowned upon because it's you know, the people in the field don't want to get in trouble, you know, and get fines or get fired or get arrested. And there's just this huge disconnect between the industry spokespersons and administrators and the field. And that's why we do not have, EPA says 20,000 oil spills were reported. Well, why weren't 20,000 incidences written up? It's like the oil can't. It's not. There's not one oil spill floating around the Gulf so fast that we report it 20,000 times. It's you know, it's I've had operators threaten me, don't write that up, and I'm like, well, call me a helicopter. I'll write it up over there on the other platform. And they just offshore, the people offshore are not in honestly embracing the whistleblower act as the administration is. The administration says, hey, this is something that can help us. The people in the field say, this is something that's going to screw us. I know for a fact that very, very many men say things like that. That, hey, wouldn't be nothing, for you to fall off overboard, at night, nobody would know. Or man, we might accidentally drop a flange, from the upper deck. Or man, we might accidentally drop a pipe wrench from an upper deck. A lot of threatening language like that, is used among the people offshore, and it's meant to instill the philosophy of what happens offshore stays offshore.